And new tonight, international students in Indiana are slamming new rules issued by U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement.
Yeah, so under the federal guidelines, international students could be made to leave the country if their universities offer only online courses. News 8's Julia Dang has the details and local reaction. Julia.
Yeah, Phil, I talked to students who say they're being forced to choose between deportation and potential COVID exposure. The new guidance will apply if an institution moves to an online-only model at any time during the semester.
I think it's disheartening.
International students in Indiana say the American dream became harder to attain overnight. On Monday, ICE announced new rules stating foreign students cannot stay in the country to attend universities operating fully online.
We would get deported.
International students at institutions with hybrid online and in-person programs must have their universities certify they're taking the minimum number of online courses to make normal progress in their degree programs.
Having to take on in-person classes is going to be extremely threatening to our health for those that have underlying health conditions.
Either you stay here, take in-person classes, and potentially get COVID, or they are going to deport you back to the country, which you travel in the flights, so you're going to get COVID regardless.
Craig Anesu-Chiganza and Zeal Delaria are seniors at UIndy, which is offering online and in-person classes this fall. According to the Chronicle of Higher Education, about a quarter of U.S. colleges have a hybrid model. Craig, who's from Zimbabwe, and Zeal, who's from India, don't have to change their current enrollment to avoid the risk of deportation.
I am okay to stay, but, my story is not the majority of the cases.
A UIndy sophomore from Nepal is worried he signed up for too many online credits.
So I believe that it might impact me because the guidelines are not clear right now.
Amid confusion and fear, he says one of his peers redesigned his fall schedule.
He had to drop some classes which he had already registered just to take those hybrid classes, so he dropped all the classes that were online and he took some hybrid classes.
Some students don't have that option. An estimated 8% of U.S. colleges plan to offer only online courses this fall, including Harvard.
Many people just have nowhere to go with this policy because their countries have travel bans. In my case, for example, in theory, I can go back to Mexico, but then where should I go exactly? Like to my parents' house? My parents are a high-risk population.
Harvard and UIndy are members of the American Council on Education, a nonprofit education advocacy group. Council President Ted Mitchell released a statement calling the ICE guidance horrifying and saying it raises more questions than it answers and unfortunately does more harm than good.
Having to go back to your country simply means for some students they will not be able to come back, and that means that if they ever had an American dream, that's simply the end of it.
International students are estimated to contribute more than $40 billion to the U.S. economy each year. Indiana has the country's 10th largest international student population. Live in the studio, Julia Dang, WishTV and WishTV.com, and be sure to follow us on Facebook.